Welcome to Missing in Minutes. I'm Danny, also known as Rubberducky or RD. And welcome everyone, whether you're new or you've been here a billion times with us over the years. I just want to say thank you for joining me, sharing your energy. And Shane Carlos put first. I got a kick out of that. When we're done tonight, you guys, we're going to have a whole new perspective of this case, like on a different level. So I got a little critique in by a listener that said I should prepare for the lives, and I'm like, well, we're real time. We don't really do that. This is us. We're real life, you know. But so I went and bought myself some note cards at the store, and put a whole bunch of things down on paper. So first, let's do some meeting and greeting here with our homies. We got good Lord, we got Nan's Life. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. And you look good in that wrench. You deserve it. She does the work. She gets the tool. Brittany Gamboa, 831, says, first time catching you live. Well, I'm so delighted that you're here with us and you get to be part of this discussion because this is an interactive channel. When we do our lives, it's about what you guys are bringing to the table as much as what I've heard, because we're all doing the same thing here. We're just trying to help get summer found. And we're about to open a whole new can of worms. Well, I wouldn't say it's new, but it's certainly startling in a way that has captured me. Like I got like almost faint when I realized this, like truly faint, because this is the, I would almost call this circumstantial evidence, and it was caught by none other than Candace herself. And it could be considered I have no legal training, but from watching all these cases, circumstantial evidence has time-based situations that aren't hardcore tangible evidence, but the circumstance points to that being the probable cause. And then they go to trial to figure out if that holds water and if the person's guilty or not. So at this point, I'm going to venture out on a limb and say what I'm about to show you tonight, which we're going to get into it, but we're going to work our way into it. So you'll want to kind of hang out till we get to that point at least. And if you don't get to stay for the live, or you can't get on or something like that, then this will be uploaded for you to go over and look at. I want to give a shout out to all the YouTubers out there working so steadily, interviewing the parents or just doing due diligence on research. There's just a huge list of them. So rather than me forgetting someone on the list, I've been incorporating their channel link or whatever you want to call it in the description below. Now, last night, it was LC for Justice, I believe they're called. LC. Their very new channel. They're trying to get up to 1,000 subs. I promised to link it. I could not, because until they're linked with a subscription, a person has to have 1,000 subs for you to be able to be the @ symbol and linked. So you're going to have to look them up. But I did put the @ symbol anyway, their channel, and I went over. It was beautiful that they had the little video there for the funding that is for the reward on summer. So I've attached also a link that is put out by local news and how you actually can donate or support the reward fund for summer. She was 5 years old, and blonde hair, blue eyes, approximately 40 pounds, approximately 3 feet tall. She was last seen allegedly in her basement. So let's get over here on top side and say hello to everyone. Hey, Shaz, long time no see. Thank you for hitting that like button. Any support to get YouTube to share this video is really going to be a lot of help. Our job is to really promote summer here and make her the focus. In doing that, we do have to look at the surrounding people. So I want to go on record off the top that everything on my channel about Summer Wells is alleged, because until TBI comes out with something, we truly have no evidence, no knowledge of what is going on. So this is speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. What you feel comfortable with, that's your judgment. I'm not here to sway your opinion in any way. I'm here to get you thinking about Summer Wells. But in light of what I'm about to show tonight, I'm pretty much sure that this is going to be a pivotal point in this case in the near future. We might be a small channel, but we're growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, like, I wake up and we've got 30 more subscribers. So we're growing. And that is helping us to be able to really get, when we crack a case, you guys, we crack a case. We really know how, from the Avery case, to really dig deep. We're not afraid to follow something all the way through. Now, I do have a video that was my first video on Summer Wells, and the link is going to be provided below. It was weird because when I stumbled upon this, and this story I'm about to share, it was my first intuition to do that video. It was unlike any video I had ever done. I do not speak in the video. I simply put context on the screen, but I missed something. I was so close, and my intuition was telling me it's in this area, but I was just off the mark a tiny bit and didn't follow it all the way through. So I'd gotten lazy, and instead of pushing it till there is no more questions, no more angles to look at this, I slipped up. We have 44 playbacks. We have 4 on the chat rate. So this is all going to make sense once we get rolling. Okay, so we're going to build up so that it's all within context. Let's go to top side here. Again, welcome everyone. Thank you, Shane, Nan's Life, and Brittany. I said Shane's Life is Carlos. Thank you. PH Dangerously Overeducated. Hey. I'm going to be sharing some of PH Dangerously Overeducated comments on the last video because they really made me understand things too. He, not sure, is very observant, and I am so delighted that they've joined us on this process. Hey, Missy B, how you doing, sweetheart? Sky Z, how you doing? All right, let's see. Anybody else on the chat? We got 28 here so far. I'm sure people will join us. Rebecca Fudge, how am I doing? You know, I haven't felt the best the last couple days. A little under the weather, but I figured anytime I don't feel well, if I can distract myself from how I feel and transmute the energy into something very worthwhile, I always feel better, like I didn't waste my time being sick. So I'm delighted to be here. Shane Carlos says, you left your sweat DNA. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it very much. Sheila Smokey's here, of course. I love it when you guys are here. I'm always delighted because I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be such a very intriguing chat, a live chat, when I see these names of people that I know bring it to the table. Like they went and dug even deeper since the last live, and they're going to be bringing more to the table. LC Justice for Victims, thank you for being here. Caroline does, hello from Northern Ontario, Canada. Very cool. Hi, Ty. Welcome back. And David K is here. Let's give him a little round of applause. Now, I opened up with Brandon Maddox, and we're going to be putting a link to him. He is a great supporter of the Stephen Avery case, and he had always given me, and I've written consent, to use his song, Time Will Tell on You, anytime I need. And I thought it was really fitting for this case. I almost was like, this is too fitting. It's like paradoxically fitting because after this video, it's going to make so much more sense. Becca Chua, aw, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're feeling better, lovely. Okay. I am she, ha ha, PH Dangerously Overeducated. Okay. By the way, I love that name. She says, I am basically just a giant brain with feet. We love giant brains here. We do. We're nerding that way. 64, building up in chat. Good deal. All right, you guys. So we're going to start off with, now, I'm a mix here. I do talk a lot about intuition and things of that nature because I also get serious gut feelings, just like any detective will tell you. They follow their gut. And for a female, I don't like the word gut. I call it intuition. It's just how I work. Mother's intuition or whatever you want to call it. And we all have had intuitive thoughts that we can pause on our life and go, wow. And you could go, wow, what a quinky dink, what a coincidence. But really, honestly, I don't believe in coincidences. So for weeks, I've been hearing the message, hold the front line. And I've been talking about it over on my other channel, 1111 Tarot. And I didn't know what for until tonight. And it made so much sense. Hold the front line for Summer Wells. Hold the front line. Do not give up. Do not. So that was really important to me. And when I say hold the front line for Summer, it's because the parents have failed this child. The family has failed this child. CPS has failed this child. No doubt. That's not my opinion. It is literally out there. Like, we know that's true. We know that. I'll even go as far to say, in my opinion, the church failed Summer. When Robin cannot even teach Sunday school class without Summer in her lap, she knew things weren't right. We all knew when we started this case that something was off, especially the more that was expressed. But I do feel it's very ironic that it may very well be that the milk poster, which what are missing kids pictures put on? Milk, right? It almost, to me, intuitively tells me that the universe just happened to choose that it wouldn't just be a photograph, but that it would be a video. Because whoever took this video in the front seat of Summer, I believe captured literally the minute after Summer passed. I believe that. Now, this is only going to be my opinion. It is not based on just speculation, but something visual in the picture. And we're going to dig into that. Sky Z says Robin shouldn't be holding children who are not toddlers and not her children. In my opinion, it is inappropriate. Well, I appreciate your opinion a lot, Sky Z, but I'm going to tell you something also. I was a special needs teacher for Head Start in the state of Wisconsin. And I had children that had been abused by their parents in many different ways. And I had a little traumatized boy. We'll call him Tommy, okay? And when I first was introduced to Tommy, he was 3. And he was running wild over furniture, over tables, screaming at the top of his lungs, even swearing, and basically completely out of control. As the adults tried to catch him, he would go into tantrums because he had been severely abused and was screaming for attention and didn't know how to communicate that well, his problem. And I ended up bonding with that child. And when it came to story time, I let Tommy sit in my lap every single time I sat on the floor to read a story. Because if I didn't, nobody got to hear the story. But also because this child needed someone, a human, to be compassionate and to see this. Yes, we were working with CPS. Yes, I was in the home. Yes, I worked very hard. Yes, the parents had to go through, quote, parenting classes. Did the child still get abused? Yes. Did I end up having to leave the job because I was about to lose my mind because my hands were tied? Yes. So I was able to do it for 3 years solid. I worked with many different children, whether they were sexually abused, neglected, physically abused, and it broke my heart. I've also had personal experience of very hard situations that give me a little bit more understanding into some of these cases, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, let's get over to Topside. We've got some comments here before we get rolling. I want to make sure everybody gets their voice, so I'm going to roll it to the top, and hopefully I don't miss anything important. So Brittany Gamboa says, I've been listening to the videos on Stephen Avery. Oh, I'm so delighted to hear that, Brittany. That is one of our strongest things is to be able to communicate on YouTube and really get the details out there, how the media was used to poison the jury. So in that, it ended very poorly for our guys, but we do work every day, and I welcome you to the channel. We do cover a lot of different topics here. But thank you so very much for paying attention, and I encourage you to share any information supportive of Stephen and Brendan. Yeah, PH Dangerously says, I was watching yesterday's Summer Wells video. Lots to think about. I did not go rewatch it, but I may repeat some of that stuff because it's worthy. It's worthy. Yes. Thank you, Nan's Life. I have that on the notes as well. So today is 9/11/2021, and it is the anniversary of Stephen's first wrongful conviction exoneration release. So 9/11, Stephen was exonerated and had served 12 years wrongfully convicted of an attempted murder, and he was released from the Stanley prison right here in Wisconsin, which is about, I think it's 20 minutes from my home. And that's how I got into the case, and it's led to our channel. For me, it's led into the missing minutes. It's just led me a lot of places. You know, Stephen has been, and Brendan has been, some of the strongest, most positive individuals I've ever heard of. It's just shocking to me that they can maintain the emotional strength that they do. Shaz says, hello everyone from Oz. I love that. Come on, you guys. We've got 104 in chat. It doesn't always show on the little thing for you guys, but on the back end it shows, and that way you can tell how many people aren't really in chatting, but they're watching. So we have a lot of people. We have 38 currently in chat. Yes, PH Dangerously Overeducated. I want to give a shout out specifically to Michelle After Dark. I love her. I love watching her dogs. I love that free spirit she has, and I love the way she researches things. Hats off. I mean, I was so impressed, and I get a comfort in watching her video. It's part of my day. Like if I'm like finally get done with work and I get a few minutes, she is one that I feel like I get a breath of fresh air when I listen to her talk. We got 4:40 for watch time. I hear you, Shaz. It is difficult at times. I don't know if I've watched True Crime Rocket Science. I'll have to check that out, PH. Shaz says, I don't think Summer is alive somehow. Might have been accidental, but doubt she is alive. My thoughts at the moment. With the tear, yeah. Unlike the Stephen Avery case, where I feel Teresa Halbach is alive, after this tonight, we have 111 in the group. I feel like Summer may be passed on. I feel very strongly. Thank you, Missy B, for subscribing to LC. I appreciate that. We want to get everybody going here and give them a chance to share information about Summer and do lives. These are fun, right? Brittany says, I have to thank you for this channel and what y'all are about. Well, we love having more and more people to come into the chat, too. And we appreciate that you are in the chat. All right. I think we've covered everything. Wait, Rebecca Fudge says, not sure if he is from in here. No. But this is a star in a piece of every constellation that has been bought for Summer Moon. The universe was bought to look for her by mystery angels. Beautiful. Oh my God. She bought a piece of a constellation for Summer. Who is this mystery angels? Beautiful. Is that a person or is that a channel? That's amazing. Summer, moon, and a star. How fitting. There's a truth train right there. PH Dangerously Overeducated says, which is a huge red flag, children with reactive attachment disorder attach themselves to people. And when I say this, like glue, the little boy I called Tommy was like glue. I could stand up and he was literally like leeched on like a koala bear. And you see that because it's a trauma bond. The child is finding someone that isn't going to reject them and someone they feel safe with. Like it gives them a sense of safety. Brittany says, yep, my mom was kindergarten teacher for 30 plus years, and she had some students too were in bad home situation, too attached to her as well. The whole Stephen, okay, and then she says on the Stephen Avery case, the whole Stephen Avery case makes me sick to this day, and the fact that the people who studied have followed through on leads just astonishes me. Ty says, kudos to you. I worked in healthcare my whole adult life, just trying to do my part, but it can be very draining. Yeah, I was kind of dumb because I was like, well, I can't change this, and I have to send this kid home that is not going to a good place, and so I've got to get out of this field of work because I'm ready to kidnap kids for safety reasons. And so and everybody's like, you're too attached. I'm like, yeah. So I got out of that, and yeah, I went into healthcare too. So as a med tech, and so I have seen a lot of people in my lifetime pass away over, 20 years of medical service, whether I was doing CNA work or med tech or volunteering or whatever I was doing. Many, many people have passed away, and often there is a sign of something that they do. And I've seen it myself. So we'll be talking about that. And Summer did that. Okay? This is a hard video for me because I swallow thick when I think about this. I don't know. This might be something I personally sent into TBI. Aw. Apparently I didn't mute my phone. It's going nuts over there. Sheila Smokey says, I see candy spilled on the seat. Maybe she choked on the candy. She has a channel. Okay, let's go back up and get the name of her channel. Where is the name of it? Oh, it's way up there. Mystery Angels. So, Mystery Angels bought Summer a star in the universe. A piece of the universe, you guys. Always to be remembered. Always. That's incredible. Thank you for doing that. So Rebecca says she bought a star and ended up NASA gave her a piece of each constellation, of each animal to go with it. Are you kidding me? Aw. Oh my God. That is so beautiful. Hi, Kine. Kine always kind of tiptoes in. Okay, I got to go back up and see what all Rebecca's saying. Oh, the story is long and beautiful. So Shaz says, we have a star in the Southern Cross constellation named after our son, Philip, called Pip's Star. Oh, that's sad, but good, you know. What? Okay. So Rebecca says, like, it almost didn't happen. Then it founded a way to make it happen. And then there was a robbery after a selfless act was being done for Summer. So the universe turned it around and helped mystery angels. That's beautiful. I'm telling you. Summer Moon, Utah Wells, I believe the universe has you in its hands. I do. I'm definitely going to go watch Mystery Angels. I want to see what that's about. Oh, some mapping she does. Okay, so we're pretty caught up on everybody here, I think. If I missed your name, I apologize. Shaz says, thanks, guys. It's something that never goes away. It gets more difficult as the years go by, and we watch his mates having family, etc. Losing a child is a nightmare. Well, think of Ma Avery. Good Lord. Whew. Okay, I'm going to get a drink, and then we're going to get talking. So, you guys, the hold the line for Summer Wells is very important because I don't feel it's being done by the parents. So think about when Don Wells, the father of Summer, was given the chance to plead to the kidnappers for the return of Summer Wells. And how he flipped it immediately, not about Summer, but all about his own life and justifying himself. And then, at the tail end, he said, "You know I love you, Summer," which sounds like an apology. So we're here to hold placement for Summer. And remember, he also is quoted as saying, "Everyone says, poor Summer, poor Summer. Summer loves her effing daddy." So we're gonna hold that line for Summer, and I think most YouTubers are holding firm for Summer. I think they're doing a fantastic job. I really don't have anything negative to say about anybody, because if they're talking about Summer, then people are seeing her picture, and that's keeping her in the spotlight, which is really important. I agree, Rebecca. I agree, Becca. So we've got Rebecca and we've got Becca Chua. So Becca Chua says, Dawn is self-centered. You think? I totally agree with you. Rebecca Fudge says, how gross was Dawn? That made me sick. And understand he has no couth whatsoever. Peach dangerously says, I think we can all agree Dawn is a narcissist. Yeah, Missy B points out he's had several times to address the abductor and doesn't do it. You know, a narcissist will tell on themselves, but they'll put somebody else's name in the place of it a lot. Rebecca says, Knit's World is a great place. Knit's World. I'll have to check it out. Oh, good point, Becca. Becca says, I don't think Dawn thinks Essayed is bad. Yeah, he seems to think it's like playing house. It's just a game. Maybe it's, something he went through too. We don't know. So I think it's interesting. I don't think the boys were home. I just don't. There's just too much that all adds up that the boys don't seem like they're home. What does you guys feel on that? I've got some reasons why I feel that way, and I'll share them. Excuse me. But I don't feel the boys could have been home. One of the reasons is Don Wells claims, Summer's dad, claimed that he had called Candace. He's asked, well, why did you call Candace? He said, just to check on her. And then I found out that there's nobody home. So I didn't want to be alone. And so I stayed late at work. And he's caught. And Chris McDonough says, well, I thought the boys were home. And Don says, oh, I forgot. Now then, think about that. That's the dad saying, I didn't want to be home alone. Right? He forgot his kids are there when it's summertime. They're not in school. They're there every damn day, right? What's going on there? Then you have the mother telling Chris McDonough and says, he's like, well, who was here when you got home that day? And she's like, no one. She goes, no one. And she's like, no one was home. Then you have Hunter saying, well, he says, well, where are the boys at this time? And Hunter says, oh, I think they're with their dad at work. What the hell, right? Now, interesting enough, Church Dave says he saw the video from June 15th from Candace, along with the police watching the video too. And he says Summer was swimming, but not with Youth H. He says he knows the difference between Youth H and the brothers. Of course he does, because he goes to church with those boys. Isn't he a minister or something? And Church Dave says that Summer was swimming with her brothers on June 15th, and that was shown to him as well as the police officers. And there was, now I have not seen this video, but there's allegedly actual footage of Summer almost slipping or sliding around a rock area in the water hole at the pond from June 15th. And allegedly, this witness reports that there was 3 boys, the brothers, with her. So it's all adding up that the boys are not home at all. That the boys are swimming with Summer at the water hole is what all this is adding up to me. But the main thing is, if CPS is coming, and somebody argued today about that in chat or in comments, let me tell you something. Don't tell me CPS didn't come, because Dawn told us CPS come and took the boys away after Summer went missing. And we know that CPS was in the home before that, because we know Candace went and filed a complaint about fearing for her children's safety from their father. So we know that. Now, if CPS is on the picture and the mother knows it, whether they're coming that day or not, you think them boys is going to be home alone for CPS to show up and be like, how you little fellas doing? Have you seen your mom lately? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. I just don't see it, you guys. What do you think? Let's come over here. Hey, McFly's wifey. She says, I think DW had the boys and CW had Summer. And CW went to Jonesboro after the milk video and they switched kids. Larry Cambridge, good to see you. Was this connected to Stephen too? Nope. We're covering the missing Summer Wells case. Okay, so PH Dangerously says, I think he's a deacon, not like the pastor. Sorry. Talking about Church David. Sky Z's opinion is they switch kids all right. Kids switching means something different to me, though. Pick of Summer in all blue Frozen outfit ain't her, in my opinion, allegedly. Never thought of that. Hakuna Matata 89 is here. Good to see you, lovely. Hey, everyone. Hope y'all are doing well. I've been here listening, but I'm also at the beach with my family, so I'll be in and out. Watch the kids. Keep your eyes on the kids by the water, and you just keep your headphones in. We're here for you. Sheila Smokey, I wonder if my mom called Dawn about whatever happened to Summer. Did I say... Okay, let me reread that. I wonder if Mom called Dawn about whatever happened to Summer and he came racing home. Very, very important question. Or is it possible they met in between on Ben Hill? Hey, Dixon Normus. Hello from CA. How are you doing, hun? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Becca Chua is right. Only mods can post links. It has something to do with YouTube, you guys. It's mainly because we get a lot of scuzzies. Like, I knock off at least 4 sexual videos, and a day I have to go red flag them, report them to YouTube, and go through the whole mess, at least for a day. Just in, like, trying to post in the comments below. Hakuna says, I always keep a very close eye on them. My husband as well. I don't trust no one. Yeah, right? Okay, LC Justice, we all appreciate that you have a channel, and I wish I could, help you more. But let's get on the topic about Summer and get off of the channel subscription stuff for a while, okay? I appreciate it. I just don't want it to be continuous because it really does, it's distracting when I'm trying to find out what we're talking about here. But we do appreciate that you have a channel, and we will definitely send people your way. PH Dangerous says, I don't know about that, Sky. Dawn isn't going to bring home a random girl when CPS is coming. Why would you say, Sky? I gotta scroll up. Man, it was Sky. Where'd you? I got you. Gotcha. The thing I read. Okay. But Sky says you're not understanding my theory, and that's fine. So Sky, I think what you're kind of hitting around is that because there's a video out there, Plunder put it out there. It's a photograph, actually, not a video. At least I don't think it's a video. I've never seen a video. So I think I misspoke. There's a picture out there that was posted on TikTok from Candace the mother's phone at almost the same hour, within the same hour that Summer is reported missing. In this photograph, Lordy, I told you I'm not feeling that great. In this photograph, we can see part of an arm and obviously a frozen little dress that is worn by a child. And I think they're trying, what she's kind of hinting at, it could be that they tried to cover up that something happened to Summer by having another kid in the house. I don't know. Oh, not that picture. No, not from Plunder. I don't know, Sky. I'm trying to help you. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving a little bit here. So I thought that was interesting about the fact that if the boys are home, then why is Dawn, I took a little cough syrup before I started this, so this might be a weird live for us. So why does Don say he didn't want to be home alone? I thought the boys were there. And then he says, oh, I forgot. Candace says, no, no one's home. Hunter says the boys are at work. And Church Dave says the boys are swimming in the video on the day. And then we have a bicycler also saying that they allegedly saw Summer and the boys and Candace all swimming. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like nobody's home. Well, Akuna Matata says, their house seems so dark and depressing to me. I feel like if I could see auras, the house would have a very dark one. Well, remember, that's after CPS came and they cleaned it up. Hey, Jennifer Pendergraft, good to see you. Welcome to the channel. And Steve Shadow says, hi from Australia, just found your channel. It popped in my recommended views. Thank you, YouTube. Well, thank you all for joining us. We're a fun group here. We dig into some stuff, but it's very interactive with the crowd. So we come in with real life. You might hear kids, you might hear dog, you might whatever, you know. But we do try to break down the case. Okay, you guys. Another reason I don't think the boys were home, and I do think they may have been with Dawn, is because Dawn can't help but say we. All the way home, we. He makes it home before the cops do, but he says, we turned here. He says, we were within 20 feet of Summer. He corrects himself both times. And he tries to change the subject real quick so that it doesn't draw attention to the fact that he's saying we. So, Don's not alone. So PhD says, yes, okay, this is my point. I got to actually freeze chat for a minute because PH brings it up. Good way to put it. So PH dangerously says, I did see a TikTok with all the kids swimming. I guess I just assumed it was from a different day. Yes, but it was taken down right away. As far as I know, it was removed really quickly. And I don't know if that was possibly TBI asking for it to come down. Who knows why it would come down? But it did seem to disappear because I Googled it and I couldn't find it at all. So if you do happen to come across that video, I would love to see it. I just haven't had luck. Okay. McFly says, what? Sky, I know what picture you're talking about. It's kind of does look like her, but it doesn't at the same time. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. What picture is it? Let me look. She's in a blue dress, standing in the kitchen maybe, with a blue wall behind her. All right. We're going to go picture hunting and see if I have it. Let me flip over. We're going to flip it and reverse it. Okay. Let's get over here and display capture needs to come on. Okay. Now let's go over to the files. Blue dress with the kitchen. I'm looking. I may have the wrong one. I don't know. I'm just grabbing one that's kind of like you're describing. And if it's not this one, then we'll keep looking. There's a few more to look at. We're waiting for it to open. And I just may not have it, you know. I try to keep them. What? Okay, there you go. Open sesame. The one in the kitchen. These are all when she was much younger. She was such a beautiful child. It's the only one I can see. And like I said, this may not be it. Did it open? Ah, my computer is terribly slow. I have a very old computer that doesn't have hardly any hard drive on it. My son said he's going to help me in a little while, in a few months, to get a new computer. We'll be a lot faster then. Like, this picture should have been up. We'll give it just a few minutes. This one, because, good God, look at all that stuff in the background. I feel that does look like summer to me. Let me come up on top side. Is that the one you're talking about? Jennifer Pendergraft says, I found you in my recommended as well. I'm so delighted. Finally, YouTube's showing our channel off. That's awesome. They used to hide us because they don't like us talk about Avery case. So now we'll get people to watch Avery case too. We have 312 at this time. Okay, you guys, let's talk about the next thing. Let's see what we cover so far. I'm going through my little cards here. Okay, we got a bunch more, and I'm being too slow. Third row, sixth over. Oh, YouTube's being a butt. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, shoot. I moved it. 6 over. I'll just go 6 over everywhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't see it, hon. But you know what? We can go ahead and, if you want to email it to me. There is one that was weird looking, but I can't remember where it is now. Okay, let's just minimize that. Fourth row now. We're going to get to the bottom of this. All right. Fourth row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where she has hair? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure, hon. Let me come back up to top side. Really, Peach? That's awesome. I found you last night by searching Summer Wells and sorting by upload date, and you were in live at the time. So glad I found you. Well, that's awesome. It tells me to keep going live a little bit. No, she had hair in the picture, Ty said. No, not that one. Saying third row, sixth over. Okay. All right, let's go back. Thank you, Becca. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just of the swing. Everybody's saying 6 over. Well, you guys got me hung up. I can't find it. That one isn't in the kitchen. None of those are. Okay, let me just look real quick. Anything in the kitchen? I got this one. This is the one I was talking about, and y'all said no to. That it's not this one. So, we'll see. So, you can see in the bottom right corner here, you have a very thin arm. And then you have this purple frozen dress with a little frozen face. And it was posted by Plunder from TikTok. But I don't think that's the one y'all are talking about. Steve says, I believe Summer is alive and hidden. If CPS were due to visit and take her away, maybe CW and DW sent Summer away and had no idea how big this case would get. God, I do. I hope you're right. Ooh, I do hope you're right. That would be beautiful. Thank you. McFly's wife says, I will email you the video. Okay, let's get going here. We got 7-Eleven and we got 350 here. All right. So, about the basement door. Locked or unlocked, right? Church David says, according to him, in an interview, he says the door was locked and he knows it was locked because Candace and 3 of the boys told him the door was locked. Now, Don says the door was unlocked. Candace told Chris McDonough, no one gets in, no one gets out. And she showed Chris McDonough how hard that door is to maneuver, right? Well, Don Wells isn't home. How would he know if the door was locked? But if he's going to go out there and say the door is unlocked at the time of Summer's disappearance, was he there? What do you guys feel about that? Could be right, kind. You know, Steve Shadow brings that up. That's a good point about, you know, if they're worried that this child's going to be taken by CPS, would they hide her and then it blew up in their face? Or are they terrified, like Kind says? Because, you know, Jennifer Pendergraph says, I think this got way bigger than they ever thought it would. Because of that, I think she became a liability, in my opinion. It is definitely snowballed. I agree with you, Steve. Hakuna Matata says, it really bothers me that her parents chose a picture from Christmas as the Amber Alert. I thought parents are advised to use the most recent picture. They should have used the one with her head shaved. Yes. All right, so on the locking of the door, if Don's not home, then why is he so adamant that the door is unlocked when everybody else that was supposedly, allegedly there is saying the door was locked? Sheila says, I think Candace lies, or just lies, and had her kids lie too. I think that the door is open like Don said. Could be. I agree with you, Steve. Steve Shadow says, drunk decisions and remedies to their problems. Well, let's continue. So I was watching, I took a note. This YouTuber is called True Crime Commentary. So go hit subscribe and give them a look. They have a video, and it is called, I wrote it down, Interesting to Say the Least. They have some stuff in that video that made so much sense because of what I had come across, because I was going to do another one of those videos that I did where I didn't talk and I just put questions up on the screen, you know. So I was really looking at the milk picture in detail about her face, her hands, all that stuff again. Anyway, this video that they put out called Interesting to Say the Least by True Crime Commentary. So they follow. Okay, so let's back up. Okay. So, yes, that milk video went on TikTok at 3:09 p.m. June 15th, the day Summer goes missing. And people have done the mathematics by viewing out the driver's window these 2 poles in a shed. They have found that as a landmarker in real life, and they say that that is approximately 8 minutes from home. Yet Grandma Candy went on in a text with a YouTuber, and she didn't know it was a YouTuber. She was just talking to someone. And it's from her old Facebook. But it is her Facebook, just her unused one. And she says it was an hour and a half. So where are we with the timeline? Well, if you were to turn off of Beach onto Ben Hill Road, you could technically go straight into Jonesboro, I guess. Well, not straight, but that's the direction. And the timeline fits for them to meet at the middle of this place where there's actually a place called Wells Cemetery. So this cemetery is hidden off of the road. And it just so happens, according to true crime commentary, that Don Wells's mother at one time lived at that property. Now, they did say there were no fresh graves. They did a whole bunch of digging in on this guy that owns the property, that owns a trucking company, and there's some questions and stuff like that. But I don't want to give away, I don't want to steal their thunder. I'm just saying, go watch that video. I'm not going to give because everything they say in that video is important, and I want them to have the view. But I will tell you, it fits right in with where I'm coming from tonight. Her drugs too. Does anyone know if that's true? Chris Roberts says theories. Oh, now we're back online. Apparently OBS dropped for a minute. Chris Roberts says theories from terminally all to satanic sacrifice to drug debt to hoax. Sorry about it buffering, guys. It's better now, I think. Steve Shadow says, yes, Missy, like in the West case, the supposed crime scene is not the crime scene. Nothing to see here. Reminds me of the Avery case and Sweaty Crack. Nothing to see here. Move along. We're only going to talk about the bones for 20 seconds, even though it's the pelvic bone, the only bone that says it's a female. And we're going to sit here and claim that this man murdered a female, but we're not going to talk about how we know she's a female. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I hope we're done buffering. You guys let me know. I'm probably going to have to get a better computer because we're not used to having 400 people in chat. It's good now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not used to having 400 people in chat. So, okay. So, I thought that was interesting. So, true crime commentary. I'm just here to share people that are talking about the case. I don't watch their channels all the time, and I'm not here to give a rating. That's for you guys. You use your own judgment, just like you do with me, okay? I mean, you don't have to agree with everything said with me either. I totally get that. Okay. Next. This is just weird. I love you too, Nan's Life. Okay, this is weird, and this is one of my own, okay? I'm going to claim this one. And I know this is simple, and it's little, but I catch words, and I'm like, what? Hello, what? Okay. So, Don Wells claimed, now I've never heard this confirmed by anybody but Don, but he claimed that he spoke to a police officer on the night that Summer went missing, that was responding to the scene, that claimed allegedly he saw a yellow 4-door car speeding away. And the officer told Don, according to Don, that because he was responding to this situation with Summer, he was not able to go follow that car. Okay? So that was the storyline. But this is what Don says. Funny thing is, see? Something just fell in my house super loud at the exact time I said that. I kid you not. Funny thing is, cop passed a yellow car on the way to our property. Funny thing is, I don't like the wording, funny thing is. Your daughter's missing. Strange thing is, or something like that. And I get how people talk. I just find that very weird. Very strange. And it leads me into this double talk There's so much double talk and morbid talk and past tense. And I know you guys have heard this. But what really strikes me strange, 422 here now, is that not just one parent has a problem with staying in the present with Summer right away. Both parents talk in past tense in tandem. And they're filling in each other's statements in past tense. Both parents. No. Nay. That ain't normal. No. Doesn't work for me, you guys. Not both. That'd be like you and your husband are sitting outside in the yard and somebody comes up and you're like, yeah, we loved our daughter. Oh, did she pass away? No. Yeah, she was beautiful. Well, what happened to her? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's, and they say their reason is, Don says, he can't help it. He's tried to quit. He can't help it. Because the truth weighs heavy on you. And they do it from the very beginning. Yeah, kind. Something fell in my house really loud when I said, funny thing is, cop. Yeah, funny thing? How funny is that? Your daughter's missing. You got a weird sense of humor, dude. They also use morbid wording such as Robin smothered Summer with love, or Summer smothered Robin with love, whatever. They use the word smothered. They talk about loving her to death, loving Summer to death. Oh, we just love Summer to death. And then he even comes right out and says, we'll see her in the resurrection. And yeah, you're right. PhD says, I also don't like that they have literally nothing to say about who their daughter is. Missy B, I guess it was Ty. Ty says, doesn't one of his weird friends have a yellow X tear or something? They play on words so much. Yeah, and apparently he was fired the day before and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, you're right, Skyzy. The video of Summer dancing in front of the for sale barrel, which is so disturbing, in the rain. That's the yellow vehicle of that coworker, apparently. And they do say to death a lot. I loved her to death. Yeah. Now, I'm going to see. I can't remember who. Somebody brought this up in the comments of last night's live. And whoever that was, I did not think to write the name down, but I found it amazingly poignant. So, Candace said, no one would have done her like that if I was around. No one. Done her like how? Done her like how? Nobody would have done her like that if I was around. I mean, I could see if Candace said nobody would have taken her if I was there. But done her like how? I mean, what does she think they did to her? We're going to be getting into that. Yeah. So in Grandma's conversation with the YouTuber that hid their identity till the end, it was interesting that Grandma said, what can I do without Candace knowing? And then you have the voices behind the wall coming on and saying Grandma herself told them that she didn't use her old account. She didn't talk to nobody. Kind of sounds to me like Grandma may be scared of Candace. Is that why she left? I mean, your daughter just lost her daughter, and you know what that's like. You lost your daughter. You're going to want your family to console you and be there and help you. You've got 3 boys to tend to. But she didn't stand by. It's like Grandma already knew the result and was like, well, nothing I can do now. I'm going to head up north and I'm going to put my sister's husband my priority. 466 in chat. 816 watch time. I just find that strange. Is Grandma in full knowledge? And is that why Grandma divulged that it was an hour and a half from home? Was there actually a handoff? And when Candace says, yeah, I went and helped my mom with her knee brace, and in 2 minutes, gone. 2 minutes, gone. Grandma said Candace was frantic. But Candace doesn't even seem to care, about time at all. She goes on to talk about how, she says, I'm not a time person. It's hard to keep track of time when you're having fun. About the day her daughter goes missing. It's hard to keep track of time when you're having fun. So why the hell are you so frantic when your daughter's been gone, 2 minutes? 2 minutes? Like you were in the store for 5 minutes, but you have to have the boys come unload the back of the truck. The back of the truck. Is it possible the dispatcher is reporting it correctly when the dispatcher says, apparently the mother went for a walk. Apparently the mother went for a walk. Steve Shadow says, in one video, DW says she was taken and we, then changes it, says she were 30 feet away. Yeah, this whole we. Just Me claims, allegedly Candice has a record in Wisconsin for use of a firearm. Which Candy? Grandma Candy or Mom Candy? You're right, Sheila. They were having a war with words aimed at each other in that video. Hey, tops and tumblers, welcome to the chat. They say Grandma left because she knew things were about to get rough, and she's not coming back because she's now scared of Dawn. You are right, Ty. The fact that so many people think that she would sell that child, that they would sell the child, that a lot of people feel that way, does speak up volumes. PhD says, yes, having fun the day your daughter goes missing. Having fun with who? H? Sky Z says, Mom Candace pulled a gun on someone. Charges were dismissed. Meaning some mom of summer. Tops and Tumblr says, the only strange thing about the Who CPS leak is Grandma told me the boys are together, not separated. So, Tops and Tumblers, you talked to Grandma? Chaz Kind says, I suspect they have been having lessons. Sure sounds like they. I was just thinking to how alike they were. Yep, just grieve a few days. Yeah. The double talk. It's getting ridiculous. It almost sounds like we have duplicate days. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm going to get into that. Another one. Now, PhD brought this up in chat, and I find it very worthy of bringing up. So not in chat, but in comments on last night's live. She says, CPS on case. Better get healthy food in the house, right? Also, H said Summer was still alive the last time he saw her. Well, she's got a point. Why other opposed to what? Does H feel Summer is gone too? Was there something that cued him off that she may be gone? And you notice how I use the word gone? Not missing, but gone. The way Candace says it. Now, we're going to talk about Doubleday. Here's the Doubleday I get. Because remember, we're being told that H went to the swimming hole with Candace and Grandma, with Summer, blah, 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 blah. But Church David says, those three boys, the brothers and Summer and Candace, were swimming. He saw the video. And then we have the bicyclist or a witness saying the same thing. So is it possible Hunter, not sleeping at night, telling us he can't keep his days straight, got mixed up on the day, and Hunter's situation may have happened the day before, and then they posted it on TikTok? Makes you wonder. Also, we have a discrepancies in groceries. According to Candace, they just were in for 5 minutes, got milk and cheese, and threw it in the fridge. But Hunter says they were in there for about an hour. And then Candace goes on to say that she had to bring the boys out to get the groceries unloaded from the back of the truck. And it took 3 boys, and Grandma, and Candace, and Summer helped put away all the refrigerator stuff. And remember, CPS is hot on the trail, being in and out of the home. So it's time to get some food in that house. We're at 505 for tonight so far. That's beautiful. Now, we also have the double talk of the boys home or the boys not home. Right? No one's home according to Don. That's why he doesn't want to go there. He don't want to be alone. And Candace is saying, well, no one's home. No one's home. And Hunter's saying the boys are swimming. Or at Dawn's. Sorry, at Dawn's. So that's weird. Now, let's catch up on Topside, and then we're going to get into the heart of the issue. I just feel it's 2 different days, you guys. I feel like that's what they're doing. I feel like the Hunter day was one day, and the boys swimming at the pond with her was a different day. I think Hunter gets confused on days. Akuna Matata says, I lost it. There it is. I'm glad they kept them together, meaning the boys. Separating them after all they've been through recently would be cruel. I agree. Tops and Tumblr says, I was chatting with her until she took Facebook down. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. Shaz says, Kind, I suspect they have been having lessons. Yep, we did read that. Okay. Carolyn does. Welcome to the channel. She says, Summer's parents recycle the same 3 stories about her as a parent. I can't think of 3 stories just from today, let alone 5 years of their lives. Yeah. It's so rehearsed. Everybody has the same story. When we all know everybody's got a little bit of a different view in life. Sheila Smokey says H was blaming Candace or turning on her right away. And PhD says H and Summer were FaceTiming shortly after she went missing, according to David D. Yeah. And Candace went over this whole thing about telling Hunter, according to Hunter, or I should say H, according to H, he was saying that Candace didn't pass that first one. Well, then Chris McDonough asks the questions, and Candace gives a story about how she passed the lie detector test, the polygraph test, the second time because she was too tired and distraught. But then I heard another thing where someone, I want to say it was Church Dave, I could be wrong on this, actually reported that it was given to her multiple times for her to pass. Steve Shadow says, Hunter said that the phone call was DW saying a creep was at the property. Wouldn't that make a normal person head home to check on the boys since they had no phone there? Oh my God, that's true. Everybody has cell phones, but no phones for the boys. And how would he know somebody was creepy there? It's not like the boys could have called him with no phone there. How does Candace's phone end up in his truck? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to come off chat for a little bit. And you guys continue to talk. I will come back and I will go through your comments. I put myself a little marker there. And I'll try to catch up as I go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you what it is that has my mind blown, okay? So we're going to start off with me explaining the stuff I keep coming back to. My gut, my intuition tells me this milk photo is the video. My intuition tells me it's the last time, the last seconds, minutes from after summer passed. Okay? Now here's why I want to bring this up. Are you seeing desktop? Can you see that picture? Because I'm going to share this with you. We'll give it a minute for YouTube to catch up. I thought I was sharing desktop. I am. Okay, good. So, working in healthcare, I told you, I've actually been present when lots of residents, because we took care of very elderly in hospice, okay, have passed away. And there were things that people that were passing would do that would, in the beginning, scared me to death. Some of them would sit straight up. Some would turn towards the wall. But many of them would lift their arms. Now, I thought it would be interesting if we just went and looked up, because remember, that's the whole point of the milk video. So I typed in, why do people raise their arms when they die? Now, this isn't the big bomb that I want to show you. This is leading up to it, and you'll understand why I feel the way I do now. Why do hospice patients raise their arms in the air while lying or while dying, right? Okay. The Lazarus sign, the Lazarus reflex, is a reflex movement in the brain dead or brainstem failure patients, which cause them to briefly raise their arms and drop them across, or they'll pull in across their chest. Now, I've never seen them cross their arms, but I've seen them lay their arms like where their hands start to come together. But I've seen them reach out. And it goes on to talk about being with someone that dies, and when that happens, it talks about the phenomenon of it, 10 things your doctor won't tell you. It goes on into all kinds of information about this. So it doesn't matter what site you go to. It pretty much explains that this is something that a lot of people on this planet report about seeing, and it has to do with declaring the brain dead, that the ventilation is turned off, and it's like a reflex where the arms will come up, okay? Now remember, let's go over here to the video. Now this is the video. I told you, my intuition, when I first studied the Summer Wells case, I made this video. And this was my intuition guiding me through it. And so I didn't put any of my voice on it. We'll wait for it to come up here. I want to play, I've got it marked so that I can play the certain part. Oh, I had it marked. Well, we'll get to it. It's that part. Let me find it here. I know everything's buffering right now. My computer's not built for as many people and as much interaction as I do with my computer when I'm on a live. So let me scoot this ahead. Come on. Let's pause it. And we'll just scroll along. I want to get to that video. It's right after the swimming part. Okay. So in the video, looks like it's starts at 8:14. We'll start it at 8:13. I want you to hear what Candace says.
Time gets away from you when you're trying to enjoy yourself.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. That's what I was trying to catch.
Does she still have her arm up? No. Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. As if to prove there was movement, and so therefore Summer's alive. Now, think about that raising of that arm. We're going to come over here. So when I built that video, intuitively, the milk jugs just bothered me. I just couldn't get over that this child is comfortable laying on these milk jugs. And I was like, wow, kids do stupid stuff. They'll sleep on a milk jug if they're super hot. But why is there no perspiration on this child? It's 83 degrees, no air conditioning. The windows are up. She's in a jumpsuit plus clothes underneath. Milk is propping her up, and she's been in the car, according to everything they're saying, approximately off and on throughout the day, 6 hours. All right? Now I'm just going to check and make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing here. I'm going to check on the screen and make sure you guys are... Yep, okay. Here we go. So, in that video, the first thing I really intuitively caught, let's wait for it to change. You got to remember I'm working with PowerPoint, which is always slow. And then I'm also doing a live. And I had brought up what appeared to be a V-shaped bruise in the past. And I think you've all looked at this. You see this like it's a V shape right there in that red circle. Let me make it a little bigger for the screen. Something must be funny. My teenagers are laughing. Okay. You see right here by the milk, and then I get it bigger, and I blow it up bigger. It's a distinct mark. It's a V. What is that? What's wrong with her ear? Well, I don't know. Okay, anyway. So I was going back over this picture because I was really looking at this, and I'm like, it looks like Summer hit her head. And I was thinking about that bicycler talking about how she was slipping around on those rocks a little bit or by the rocks, but we don't have that video. And I was thinking about how Church Dave was saying how all the boys and her were swimming, but then that video is gone too. And we have like a whole completely different story, almost like a different day. So then the next thing I did in that video was I talked about the difference in her lips. If you look on the left, Summer's lips are very naturally red. They're not even lightly pink. They're red. And I get that there's different lighting. I get that. And over on the left, you can tell she's got very colorful lips. But in this picture, in the milk photo, there's a gleam to her lips that really does not look right. Not right because her complexion is pale. Very pale for Summer. Even in bright sunlight, Summer has a tan because Summer spends a lot of time outside. Then the next thing I showed in that video is the nail bed has darkening at the moons. At the moons. Very darkening color, which is something I often saw few hours or even minutes before someone would pass, their nail beds would be black. And I recently had the experience of one of my very dear friends had her mother pass away in hospice. And the night before the mother passed, I had been over there. And I noticed, that the nail beds were starting to turn color. And I didn't tell her anything that way. I just said, you might want to get your family. And yes, indeed, her nail beds were very, very black by the time the next morning. She had passed away sometime in the night. So I assure you, the nail beds change. It has to do with the oxygen, obviously. And it appears that. And it also appears to me that there is possible swelling in this child's hand. Let me reduce it a little bit. If you look over on the right picture, that hand, it almost looks chunky. We know that Summer is not a chunky individual, right? So then, I'm going to go back up to this picture. I'm going to come up to top side just for a minute. I'm about to show you what, when I was looking back at these pictures, I had overlooked something, which made me understand clearly why Summer's arms, her arm raised. Are you ready? We're going to take this picture because you can see where it's askew. I was messing around with it, and I'm looking around at this picture, and I'm like, what kind of box of food is that? Why are they not worried that that's all on Summer's head? This is kind of stuff I was looking at. I didn't feel good today, so I had another job I was supposed to go do. I didn't do it, so I got to looking. And I was like, it's a very lit up picture. But, hold on. Let me get it super big. I'm going to grab the little circle. If PowerPoint will let me, I'm going to move it. I'm going to make it much bigger. I'm going to show you something that made me sick. I still can't get over this. And no matter how much you look at this, there's no way it shadows. Do you see the discoloration in Summer's clavicle bone in her neck? It goes from reddish to greenish to purplish to blackish. She appears to have extreme, traumatic, intense bruising. This, I fully believe, is why Summer is in the jumpsuit, to cover up that her neck may have been broke. This is what you would see in bruising if someone had suffered a severe trauma to their body. I assure you, these colors are not normal shadows. I have been a photographer for many years at the auction house. Trying to photograph stuff with shadows is a big deal to me. I used to do online auctions and have to share the pictures. The discoloration is not indicative of the lighting of that vehicle changing it, because where it should be the darkest, it actually is the lightest. It goes darker where it should be very light. There is purplish, reddish color underneath the chin. It goes into this orangish, reddish color at the base there. And as you go up by the ear, you can even see it there. Doesn't matter about pixelation because it's about the color. Also, God, it tells me this child very possibly has a broken neck. Now, people can live with a broken neck. My brother-in-law broke his neck, was in a neck brace for many months. However, not if you move them. No, this would explain why she's not sweating. It would explain her pale color. It could explain a lot of things. But it also could explain an incident that recently happened, so bizarre that there's no other way to explain it. And that is this. I was downstairs. I was doing my laundry. Did dishes, did a few things. I was in the evening. I was doing laundry. And I had like your mind flips into this vision of what could have happened. Maybe it's that way. Whatever you want to call it. In my mind, I saw Summer laying at the bottom of the stairs. And so I went on and I did about a 10-minute live. I'm like, I'm probably going to delete this because I sound crazy, but I just had this impression that Summer had either been chased or whatever and fallen down those dark stairs and hit that cement and broke her neck. And I just saw this imprint in my mind of Summer laying crooked, and I could tell her neck was broke. Well, I did that live and then I deleted it within 15 minutes. Well, I got contacted by some crazy person that said, you have Summer, you better let her go. I know it's you, and I know your grandma because I saw what you posted on the other person's YouTube channel. And you said you were Grandma Candace, and you said Summer fell down the stairs and broke her neck. Now, y'all know that wasn't me. Now, think back. The YouTuber that talked to Grandma Candace said, what can I do without Candace finding out? And Grandma left Tennessee and Summer behind. Did Summer break her neck? Is this severe, fatal bruising on Summer? Is that why this child's color is off? Is that why there's bruising on the head? And is that possibly why she's in this jogging suit? Because this in here, let me make it bigger. The bigger I made it, the more I was like, ugh, 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 what the hell? What the actual hell? It goes underneath her chin. That is trauma bruising, in my opinion. I'm just sick with it. I'm going to take a minute. Is it possible? Is it possible they came home from swimming? Grandma gave her a piece of candy. Candace walked her in. Summer went to play downstairs in the basement, being chased around by kids. And Candace was helping Grandma fix her knee brace to go for a therapeutic 10-minute walk, and came back and found Summer laying on the basement floor because nobody gets in, nobody gets out. Is that possible? Is it possible that really all of the kids went swimming? Is it possible then the child was loaded up 8 minutes from home and taken to her father, met at the Wells Cemetery for an exchange? Is it possible? Is it possible that this is showing that she had severe trauma? What are the chances? What are the chances? Let's get back over here for a minute. And is that really Grandma?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. That's what I was trying to catch. She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch.
No. 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 Very hard to deal with.
And I also have to ask, is that really Grandma in the car, or is that Allie? I don't know. But it's crossed my mind. All right, let's come back over here to you guys. The rest of the night is yours. We're at 616 in chat. We're doing pretty good. Oh Lordy, there's a lot. There's a lot here, you guys. So I'm not going to be able to read everybody's. This is crazy. I'm going to do my best. Okay. Parents recycle the same 3 stories. Yep, we did that one. I thought I had it marked. Okay. Akuna Matata brings up, I really want to know if the, quote, it's done text H claims he saw in Candace's phone to her is real, and if so, what exactly was done? Shadow Steve says, Hunter said that the phone call was DW saying a creep was on the property. Yeah, wouldn't that make you want to go home? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is it all done on different days? Is it all done on different days? And I just don't know. Is it possible that Hunter actually went swimming the day before and they only did pick up cheese and milk? And then the next day they went swimming with the boys when the bicycler saw him. And Candace filmed the video of the boys playing with Summer. Did that be the day that all the boys went to play the Minecraft and Summer went in the basement after planting flowers? And is that the day? Is it 2 different days? Is it possible? Because we have 2 storylines. What do you guys feel? I agree. Nothing adds up, PhD. I feel it very strange that Candace is FaceTiming with H. That doesn't sit right with me. Right. Chris Roberts points out when people get knocked out really badly, sometimes they do what we call starched, almost stiffen and extend their limbs. Exactly. Yeah, I do think she's dead in the vehicle, Carolyn. I really do. I think when she lifted those arms, or that arm, it's my personal opinion, that was her death. Yep. Deb Joy Missouri says blood pressure crashing, arm up. Yep. I've just seen it too many times. I've seen it too many times where their body goes starch. Often they'll mumble something before they pass. I know, Ty. I don't want to believe she's gone in that picture either, but that looks like extremely deep bruising, and it matches. All right, so here's how my brother-in-law broke his neck. They were swimming, I kid you not, and he jumped off the bank to do a dive because he thought it was deep, and he broke his neck severely, and he had severe blackish, greenish, purplish, reddish bruising around his collarbone, and he was in that brace for months. He had literally broke his neck diving because it wasn't as deep. And that's what you get sometimes when you river swim, is the people that are swimming are taught as adults never dive in a river because it's not a pool. You don't know how deep the bottom is. You can't see the bottom, and you don't know. Is you see the picture. Let's go back and watch it. Let's go over here and let's watch Summer swim for a minute. Let's just watch this part of the video. I'll let this play for you guys. Wait. I'm going to back it up. I encourage you to go watch this video. Even though it's mine, I'm not trying to plug it. Well, I am, but you know what I'm saying. there's more here. This is the Chris McDonough interview from the interview room. Let's just play a little part from here. Think about this
I can't even
diving.
tell you, to be honest with you, time is... I don't keep track of time.
No, I understand.
I mean, I get up in the morning, I do my thing with the kids, and then we go to bed.
Okay.
The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk.
I don't keep track of time.
No, I understand. How is she, what's her behavior?
Just jumping around, splashing, having a good
Just
time.
Summer.
Just like Summer would always do.
Okay.
I mean, that's how all my kids are.
Okay.
They just splash around and have a good time.
Does she go underwater at any time that you see?
Oh, she just dips her head in, but sticks it right back up. I mean, it was only up to here
So
at the time.
where did this idea of under the water, where's that come from? Okay.
That just blew my mind when I heard that.
No, I really can't tell you all the time details because time gets away from you when you're trying to enjoy yourself.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. But she still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. That's what I was trying to catch. But she still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch.
So, if that is severe traumatic bruising on that child's body, is this all because this child may have tried to dive into the water, jumping around, splashing like all her kids do, and literally broke her neck? Is it possible? Hey, fair witness, lovely. Kuna Matado says also she was supposedly sitting on a pillow because she was wet. I've never heard them address when she changed her clothes or got off the pillow. H swam too. Where was his pillow? Good point. Ty says, I think she was drugged. She gets cold easily, Lord. I don't want to believe she was gone in that picture. PhD says, I've tried that laying on milk jugs. I lasted 2 minutes before my ear felt like it was on fire. My 5-year-old lasted 22 seconds and told me no way could Summer be sleeping. Okay, that's weird you'd say that about your ear was on fire. Hold on, let me go back to this. Because remember, I thought her ear looked weird. I could be totally wrong on this. There's some markings on the milk jug. I gotta look at the other ear. Her ear is not right. Okay, check it out, you guys. On this, I'll put it in a circle. See, her ear is aligned right there by her eye. It's pink. That's her ear. Right there. Does that not look black as well? I get that there's this dent in the milk right here. That is not near as dark as this place of her ear. That is her ear. I got to blow this up. That looks like it's black to me. I'm not jumping. I'm telling you, there is something very wrong with this picture. I can't make it any bigger. Damn it. Well, I could, but okay, let me try this. I need to get a pencil. I want to draw. Draw. We're gonna, yeah, her ear is beyond dark. And if it's shadow, the top of the ear wouldn't be colorful flesh because the top of the ear is more shadowed than the rest of her ear. And her ear is purple. This child appears to have been severely injured to me in this photograph. Look. Let me see, do I have that little pencil? Did I get a pencil? Can I draw with it? I want to draw. There. Okay, I'm going to outline her ear. Why won't it let me? Oh, it's got so much lag. Drawing tool. I chose it. Someday I'm going to get a fancy computer. Oh, now we got to undo it all because it now kicks in now. All right. Okay. Do we have the pencil? This is her ear. Right here. And you can see the color of her ear is flesh colored here. This would be the outside edge of her ear and her earlobe here. What in the hell? Now my computer's like frozen solid. I'll give it a minute. Okay, let me scroll down because I can't. We're locked up. Computer's locked. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll give it a minute to catch up. I'm done messing with your computer. All right. Please let me use my computer. All right. Well, let's talk until it gets going. So it could explain why this child is in a jogging suit, could it not? In 83-degree weather, no air conditioning, windows are up in the video, jumpsuit on top of clothing, and she's in the car while they're buying groceries, according to Hunter, for about an hour. Well, I may have to shut down some of these systems. Apparently, I've locked my computer, so let me see. It may have to close something. All right. All right. I hate it when this stuff happens. I think it's just simply because I was trying to use PowerPoint and had everything else open too. And it just put so much, I don't know, you guys. I have seen the bruising on my brother-in-law, and it is identical to what I'm seeing in this picture of Summer in the milk pitcher. The bruising was those colors, just that weird mottled color. I can remember it because it looked so painful. I just couldn't imagine how painful it was. And he said it was so painful. Okay, I'm going to try to come back up to top side, see if we caught up. Okay. I think we're back on track now. No? Yeah? Now? Yeah, we are. Whoops. I almost blocked someone because the computer caught up and here everything's open. Yeah, the computer's going nuts. Chat's going nuts. Well, maybe I can chat. I'm getting frustrated with the system. There it goes. All right. Let's see what else. Yeah, her hand does look bloated. And her ear does look purple. I agree, Missy B. Yeah. Ty says, what did those crazy people do to that poor kid? SMH, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, Chris, I thought that all along. Chris Roberts says, you know what's odd as hell, and here comes the truth train. Every damn time. You know what's odd is how Milk advertised missing kids, and here she is missing. So Cheyenne Roseberry, welcome to the channel, says, what? It definitely looks swollen. If this is the case, then why did they not find anything at all after all those hours that they searched in the beginning? I don't believe they went home. I believe she pivoted that turn and went on Ben Hill Road. And I believe that that channel pointed out how Ben Hill Road would be that he could leave work. And we do know that it is possible Don could have left work and returned. Did he go meet Candace on Ben Hill Road? The timing would match what Grandma said of an hour and a half. And yes, it looks like purple nail beds. Her ear looks purple. And all that discoloration. It's called mottling. It's mottled bruising. You get that when there's a severe jam, and that's around her neck bone. Did Summer break her neck at the swimming hole? Did she jump wrong into the water, possibly head first in a shallow area? We see her going, pell-mell out there in the water, splashing around, just like Candace says all her kids do. She throws her head under the water a couple of times. You can't tell me that Summer's afraid to get her head underwater. I've slowed the video down. Summer goes underwater, absolutely fully. You can't even tell who or what is swimming at one point because Summer's fully underwater. And it's in the video. In the video, apparently, allegedly, because I have not seen the video, Summer looks like she slips and almost loses her footing. All it would have taken is for that child to slip on a rock and crack her neck wrong. What's that, Kine? Kine says, when someone passes away, their body tends to swell. Yes. Hakuna Matata says, someone said that was chipped nail polish. Now that you point it out, it's definitely not nail polish. That poor sweet girl, Angel, deserved so much better than what she received the last 5 years. And is this why we've got this disturbing post-mortem talk by the parents? She was smothering Robin to death with love. We loved her to death. She was this. She was that. We loved her. Is it because she died in that car? Did her arms raise because her body, if she had broke her neck, she may not have died right away. They may not have known her neck was broke right away. She may have been crying. She may have knocked herself out. But she would have succumbed to passing out because the air would have been slowly depleted from her with her neck broke. And all the movement. And it's very possible that they put her in those clothes on that hot day to cover up all the severe bruising of that child because her little swimsuit would have shown it all. And is this why Summer's arm raised? That's true, PhD. She brings up, also, look how huge her legs are in those pants. And she had skinny little straws for legs. Now I gotta look. Okay, I've got some computer thing going on. Okay, let me go back and look. Pants. Let's go back to this one. Give it a minute. Oh, I got everything blown up so big. Oh my golly. Her legs do look large. They're not, those pants are not baggy. Could those be her brother's pants? She had little scrawny little legs. Those are really filled out. Good gravy. I didn't even notice that. It totally explains the jumpsuit to me. Like like blood pooling in her legs. Can I make the image bigger? Let me try for you. Tops and tumblers. Let's go back over to the video where I did it. This one. Whoops, I've still got it on the right thing where I can write. I don't want to write. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Let me move it. Oh, how do I get rid of the right thing? Let's see if I can just click, click. I don't want to draw any more pictures. Okay. Nope, it's still drawing. Now I got it. Okay. Let's get these other pictures out of the way. Actually, move them over there. We'll put everything away. Let me grab the circle. Come on. Come on, darling. Okay. Oof. I clicked that, all you guys, and then I dragged the picture. Un momento. Can't do it. Driving me crazy. All right, we're going to delete the circles. I never said I was a professional, y'all. I just play one on TV. I'm frustrated. All right. Let me see if I can make it big enough. Ah, damn. There's no question in my mind. I don't know if your TV is allowing you to see this. Okay, I've really got it big now. Okay, we're going to have to scroll. It even looks like, I don't know, there could be some bruising up around the face a little. This looks weird here on the, I don't know. Look at that. I'm getting rid of this red circle so you can see it. Well, actually, let's just drag it over there. Look at that. Do you not see that? My God. There's no doubt in my mind. What is this thing where her eye looks bruised even? There's definitely some marks here too. Okay, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Look at this. You tell me. There's too many color patterns. It's like a rainbow in here. No shadow's going to give her those rainbows. That is absolutely appears as bruising. It goes right up underneath the chin tight. That looks like extreme. Look at the colors. And look how dark it is in here. What is that? I'd have to shrink it down to look at it. I'm just looking over the picture while it's big. And some stains or something on her jacket. I want to look at the ear. Now that we've seen that. I can't move it that big. Dang it. Okay, maybe I can move it now. Yeah. Look at that ear. There's no way in hell, you guys. Her ear looks black. Even if it's pinned back, it still has what looks to be discoloration on it. Because her earlobe's right here. And that goes, yeah. That looks like lipstick, and it looks like it got smeared. It's like they tried to give her lips some coloring. So that's the best I can get the picture for you, but that's some of the darkest bruising I've seen. And it's not indicative of the shadow, because if you look, the shadow is black over here. You know, this is purplish. This is disturbing is what it is. Totally disturbing to me. Yes, blood does pool after death. Sheila Smokey says, you think that's why she's in those clothes, to hide the bruises and stuff? Yes, I do. I believe it was an accident. Why wouldn't they call 911? Was she SA'd? Or would they not pass an alcohol test? Because if there was drinking going on at that swimming hole and she calls 911, is Candace afraid that she's going to get it for being drunk? PhD, I just am bringing up your question now. Your answer, and you've got the same thing I have. Yeah, why are her little skinny chicken legs looking like she's put about 20 pounds on? I don't know if she fell down the stairs. I'm wondering if at the swimming hole she dove like my brother-in-law and broke her neck. That, or she could have fallen down the stairs. I just don't think she was dead at the home because a cadaver dog would have smelt it. Those legs look big, you guys. What's right underneath her jacket zipper? Almost looks like something is propping her head up, kind says. Let me look back. Something is propping. We almost got to make it smaller to be able to tell. Okay. We'll go even smaller so I can see. What is behind her head? Here's the hoodie part. So I'm not understanding what this side part is over here. Part of the jacket, yeah. Something propping her head up. I don't know, but does that look safe for a box to be on top of your kid's head? What else is in this picture? I don't know. Let's blow this one up. Yeah. Her hands are definitely pulling within. They're pulling curved towards each other. Look at that. There's something with her hand right in the middle. Do you see it? There's purple. Like a purple mark. If I could grab this little thing, my computer's so dang slow. Yeah. Let me see if I can make this smaller so you can see where I'm talking about. This is bothering me right here. I just saw it. Purple like the neck. It's a line or something. It's just so strange. I'm coming back to topside. Yeah. Jennifer Pendergraft says because it would have exposed the S-aid. Missy B says, in Grandma's alleged text, she did say, Candace, whoop, it jumped. Hold on. I lost it. I don't know where it went. Computer's going nuts right now, you guys. We're at 701. Holy crap. Okay. Let's get back over to this. We can't see what you're doing, Ducky. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put it on. Told you I'm not no professional. Okay. Let me show you what I was talking about on her hand now, because that's important. I want you to see it. What video? Which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah. This mark on her little hand. That. Are you seeing it now? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That mark right there with this yellow circle. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I got to get the circle and move it. Right there. Now you'll understand why I feel they talked in past tense and why Don said, we'll see her in the resurrection. And I believe Grandma Candace knows what happened. Pio-eyed O'Mickey says, Candace knows the truth and has washed her hands of the whole incident. Family does not turn on family, no matter what. Aluminum Brain, welcome to chat with us. And they say, I believe there is approximately a 2-hour window prior to this pic that her death occurred. Sorry about not showing you guys that. I just forgot that I have to choose that option. Turquoise, good to see you. Missy B says, so would they run all the errands after the horse pond with her passing away in the back seat? No, I don't believe so. That's why I said I almost feel like we're looking at 2 different days. We have too many discrepancies on the situation because we have the grocery discrepancy. I only got cheese and milk, or we've got with Hunter, and then we have the boys unloading groceries. Is it possible that she didn't realize Summer's neck was broke? People don't always know when their neck is broke, you guys. Truthfully. And they could have lied about the timeline. They've lied about everything else. And why would they keep the timeline perfect anyway? We're not TBI. They could have told TBI a completely different story. And then TBI could say, why are you telling public all that? And they could be like, oh, we're just having fun with the public. We know you're really looking into the case. Who knows what they say? Yes, I am behind in chat. It got a little overwhelming. Like I said, we haven't had 700 people in chat since I did that one where Lynn Kaczynski's note showed that they found a body measurement and dig site in the Avery case. And that video, I think, is up to 95,000 views. So for me, we're a littler channel. I don't always see that many people in chat, so it's new to me, and I get a little behind. But thank God we have beautiful mods that stay with it. I apologize again about not showing y'all that. Yeah, Chris Roberts, you nailed it. Her thumb is so small, but her hand is odd. To me, it looks chunky. It totally looked chunky. Judo Tapout says, at this point, though, I don't know what to believe anymore. Could be true. I don't know. I totally feel for you. I do. I understand. It's no information from TBI at this point. All we can do is speculate, literally. We don't have a reason at this point to believe the parents because they've been caught in lies. They have a different view of things, and they'll say one time, they'll say, well, the boys were home, and the next time by the same interviewer, no one is home. We just get a lot. Well, one of it means she's lying. Either the boys were home or nobody's home. In one scenario or the other, the mother's lying. What do I always say about lying people when it comes to the timeline? If they lie about the timeline, that means we're missing the truth. It's either omitted or it is completely buried. And that means we're missing minutes of the truth. Yes, Summer looks very swollen. Her legs do, like PH says. Her legs look swollen. Look at that picture, you guys. I cannot believe that. I never even noticed that either. Whoops. Whoops. Let me get that off there. Display capture. Gone. There. Let me see if I can blow this picture up for you guys. Look at the size of Summer's legs. Her hips would reach out quite large on her in this, and those pants look like they fit pretty damn snug. And we all know Summer's got little chicken legs. Let's go get a different picture of Summer and let's look at her legs. Hold on, guys. We're going to go get a picture. Yes, Chris Roberts. We're going to go get a picture and compare Summer's legs. Now, bear with me. My computer's so dang slow. I want to get one that really shows the little legs. Then we know that that would be one with her hair cut. Here's one. Here, the one we did the other night with her. Oh my God, no. There's no way. Didn't it choose it? There's no way her legs are that big, you guys. There's no flickety way. Look at this child's legs. They're like little chicken pencils. Summer's hair is short. This had to have been taken very much the same timeline. No, there's no way. She's tiny. Look how tiny her little hands, her little wrists are, her little tiny legs. This is a child that was thin. Look at her shoulder bone. Look at her little knees. Think about that bottle of soda sitting there, right? Let's just grab that bottle of soda. If it's going to let me open this, I don't know. We're going to grab a picture of that bottle of soda. And we're going to take it over and we're going to take away the background. We're going to lay that bottle of soda so we know, like, legitimately how big her leg is. Okay? We'll take that bottle of soda over here to PowerPoint. Okay, here's her little legs. Let's drop that bottle in. Give it a minute to pop up. All right, so everybody knows how big a bottle of soda is, right? Hold on a moment. Let the computer catch up. I'm going to try to take the background away. So, let's make it proportionate to the bottle that's already there. Oops, I turned it the wrong way. I suppose I could have grabbed the bottle that's already on the screen. Okay, let's see here. Yep. Okay, so that pretty much is, let's go even a little smaller. Yep, that's the size of the bottle. So now we have a bottle. So you're going to tell me that this child's leg is a bottle and half. Now, I'm going to measure this real quick. 2.5, 3, 4 inches wide. Her leg is approximately 4 inches wide. Look. Are you seeing it? Oh, I might not be showing you again. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Let me go back up to display capture. Okay. I know, you're probably all like, she did it again. Okay, I got the soda bottle here from over here. I grabbed it. I took away the background. Look it. That's a width of a soda bottle. Which, what is that? Approximately 2 inches, 2.5. I would love to be able to measure it. I don't have a ruler on me right now, but I'd say about 2.5 inches wide. And that's covering half the leg. So then you have another half a bottle here, which is going to, so basically 4 inches. I feel you. Aluminum Brain says it takes about an hour or more for the lips to turn blue. It's different with each person, though, because it depends on how much air the body is filtering, what they've, you know. Summer's leg looks 4 inches wide. I don't blame you just about. I'm going to go find another video where I can see what's actually going on. Sorry. I do apologize. Yeah, tops and tumblers, can you please go measure a bottle? And that looks like a 6.9 ounce bottle, you're saying? Let me see what my tea is here. How many ounces? I don't know, but all this talk about tea and stuff and soda, I'm going to run downstairs real quick and pee, and I'll be right back. And I'll get better at showing the picture. Let me leave you guys with something to look at real quick, because I have to change back and forth on the screen if I do display capture. There. Now, you guys think about it. Do some measuring. Look at her little tiny legs where she's fishing. And then look at that. You know what? We're going to have to look at this even more detailed. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, sorry about that. My eyeballs were floating. Her missing poster says 40 pounds, not sure if that is accurate. That is according to PhD. Aluminum Brain says death is pretty much set stages unless the body is kept cold. Huh, like putting it by milk? Even then, you slow the process, not stop it. 30 pounds, Missy B says. Yeah, her missing poster says 3 foot tall, 40 pounds. There's no way that little tiny thing could weigh 40 pounds. She's so tiny. Just about says, what side is Dave Rader said that if Summer is dead and they put her somewhere by now, they're looking for little pieces. And that's going to make it hard. Oh, God, don't tell me that. I agree, Aluminum. This child has not seen a dentist anytime recently. Good question, Becca. Did she go to the doctor when she had head lice? I don't know. Aluminum Brain says, yes, ma'am, like cold milk. 2.25 inches wide. Okay, I'm going to share display capture. We're going to get this behind this so we can go back over and do this a little better. All right, so let me bring this to the top. Okay. Now, let's get rid of this one. Let's go ahead and slide this down. Let's grab this bottle and get a better picture. Okay. So there's the soda bottle. So here's our soda bottle. Let's get it down the exact same size as in the picture. So we'll just simply make it translucent, I'm thinking, so that we can see the other picture behind it and we'll know if we're matching size. Yeah, we match perfect size because we match the flow of everything. Okay, so now let's bring it back up to full color. All right, let's just make it soda. Let's clean off everything but soda. Give me just a Jeff to see if I can get it to... It's now... Oh, I'm keeping. Never mind. Hold on. We're getting it closed in. We're going to close around the soda, and we're going to lay it on Summer's leg. That'll tell us a lot more. Good enough. Now let's turn it. Now, to me, that's about the size of her leg is what it looks like to me in the picture when you look at the fishing picture. Now, let me just check and see if you guys are seeing it. You are. Okay. Very cool. All right. So here we go. We've got the soda pop floating around here. Let's lay it right there between, by her hand and her knee. Now you can see, hold on, let's do that draw thing again, which I don't know how good it's going to work for us, but we'll try it. Let's draw the line. Hold the line for Summer Wells. Hold the line. Remember, I've been telling y'all, I've been feeling that for a couple weeks, and I didn't know what it was about. Well, we're going to draw the line here for Summer right now. Okay. This is her leg. You can see it because well, actually, it's even further out. It's right somewhere in there. So now, let's get off this thing. Let's take this. Let's make 2 of them. And now, let's do that line again. Is it going to give me the little marker? I need to be able to draw. Hold on. We're going to crop it down so that we get the... Oh, I can't because the picture's taken diagonal. I thought we could crop it down to where we had half the bottle, but we can't. So a bottle and a half. So if this is 2.5 inch or 2.25, so 2.25 inch, then we have a third of the bottle here. So we're looking at like almost another inch. I don't know. What do you guys think? Her hips look so solid. She just looks too chunky. She looks like she's swollen to me. Aluminum Brain says, the shorter her hair got, the more frail her body appears. Anyone else notice that? Jessica said, that is why they radar said from EquiSearch that the last interview they did from the search. Huh. Can you zoom in on the Skittles and see if they're more square? Yeah, we can zoom in. All right, let's go back over here and make sure you guys are going to be able to see it. Desktop on. Whoops, sorry. Give it a minute. I don't know if it's showing it. Let's get the soda bottles out of here for a minute. Skittles, are you talking about over there on the Let's get an eraser and get these lines out of here. Okay. This one's round. This one looks kind of more oval. They almost look like Skittles or even M&Ms. Like nut M&Ms. You know, the yellow package of M&Ms. Was it showing it for you guys? Please tell me yes. Okay. Let's turn off the desktop capture so that you guys can see the picture again. Yeah, I got to think about. I've got healthy legs, so I can't really, and I'm an adult, so I can't do it. But we need to. God, I wish I had. I do have somebody that has a 5-year-old that fits Summer's description. I will talk to them and be like, can I have this little nephew of mine sit on the couch and me measure the width of his leg when he's sitting flat? Oh my God. Tops and Tumblr said, I'm 43 years old, 5'5", 150 pounds, and my thigh is 5 inches wide. See? There's just no way. I want to get this little fishing picture over here where you can just see her legs and bring this in for you guys. Why is it showing half of the picture and half not? Lemon Brain says, yes, I agree, PhD. I believe her being ill is not true for the same reason. Jennifer Pendergraph said those pants legs do make her legs look thicker than they should be. Chris Roberts said her legs still look too fat, but when you sit, they expand. Yes, but are they going to expand that much? I mean, all the way down to the knee? Look at that, you guys. My leg doesn't expand around the knee that much. It expands where, you know, my hips are and where I've put pressure on her. But her knees are not flat to that. And they're ballooned out. I agree, Hanakana. Hakana says someone should make Candace wear that same outfit during a hot Tennessee day and make her sit in the hot car with no air conditioner on. Top and Tumblr said expand from fat. Summer didn't have fat. Look at this little sweetheart. She ain't got an ounce of fat on that body. Summer, in my opinion, was very petite. Very petite. Look at the blades of grass behind her. They even look big compared to her. Granny Goose says, very good question. Why hide bruising, swelling, lip color, etc. if they were just going to dispose of her? I almost wonder if it was just in case somebody saw her in the vehicle. And number 2, Candace is trying, in her own words, to catch her with her arm up. So it almost sounds like they were trying to catch some footage to show movement in Summer. So they were definitely going to be transporting her in a vehicle if this is true. What if they got pulled over by a police officer? What if somehow they somewhere and somebody saw her? If she's got severe traumatic bruising, they may have put that jumpsuit on just to cover it up until they got to where she was no longer with them. And then you have to also remember, somebody is going to have to take this child to the next location. And I think they're just hiding it as a precaution. That's my opinion. But what do you guys think? Pio-eyed O'Mickey says, Hunter is the only one I believe. Jennifer Pendergrass says, hands and legs do look swollen. Hakana Matata says, almost malnourished. That's what it appears to me too. Tops and Tumblr says, but Hunter swore he didn't swim with Summer, and he's swimming in the video. Ty says, right, my 4-year-old grandson's legs don't spread like ours when he sits down. Kids are tiny. I agree. Not that solid fullness that you see going all the way down to the knee in the pants. There might be a little bit of spreading, but would it go all the way down? It almost looks ballooned, like the pants look like they're snow pants. I'm from Wisconsin. You put your kid in a snow pantsuit and they look like the Michelin tire dudes, you know, and they do have that look of puffy weirdness. Summer's not in a snowsuit. She's in a normal pair of pants. Number one, why is she in pants in that hot weather going to wherever? Hakuna Matata says, at her age and size, she should still be in a car seat, a booster seat at the very least. They always put themselves and what's easier, better for them above the children's best interest. Granny Goose says, they did stop and speak to Hunter's mom. One good reason to make her look alive in the car. H's mom claims she was discouraged from approaching Summer. Exactly. If this child broke her neck while swimming, and there was that bruising which would come on pretty damn quick, they may have put her in that outfit to hide all the bruising so that they could just make it look like she's sleeping. Pied-eyed O'Mickey says cadaver dogs would have picked up on the scent in the truck. That's a good point too, you guys. Cadaver dogs would pick up on the truck. Now, is Grandma's truck red because the vehicle they're in is red? I always thought it was weird we're looking for a red truck when you can clearly see the vehicle's red. Dutta Pelt says, plus them dogs you could tell in the pictures love Summer, and she loved them. They would have protected her to the end and raised all kinds of ruckus. Hukana Matata says, I don't know how I feel about, whoop, it jumped. Oh, Allie yet. I think she may have been in on whatever happened too. Well, if for any reason, somehow Candace played this off on Hunter, Allie is automatically going to become very protective and possibly help in the situation. Turquoise says, dogs did not pick up on Kelsey Barrett condo with blood down under the floorboards. So what vehicle are they truly in? Does Grandma have a red truck? Because that video is taken in a red vehicle. Just about says, the neighbor lady that used to come over until Dawn told her not to come back said that all Summer fed the kids was dollar pizzas and candy, some takeout. Undercover double 47, good to see you. No, it's a red tote in the back of the truck. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard police didn't take the vehicles. Oh no, Oh, no. I looked at the side of the car. I'm not talking about that toad. Hold on. In a momento. We'll go back to my video. There is red on that vehicle. And I'm not talking the back. I'm talking about when the camera gets flipped towards Candace driving. You can see the rearview mirror area, and you can see that this vehicle is red. Now, hold on. We may have got something else and don't even know it. Aluminum Brain says dogs can detect as soon as decomp starts or occurs. Okay, hold on. Let me go over and make sure you guys can see this because we don't want to run into that. I want to show you guys everything. Okay, so you're seeing. Let's go back over. Give it a minute for YouTube to kick up the video. Because I've looked at it several times and I'm like, that's so weird. If it's a truck and they're driving a red truck, yet Candace is like, I don't know anything about a red truck. Nothing about it to me. I don't know why you wouldn't come forward if you're not guilty and blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, it says unresponsive. Let's wait a minute. I don't know if we'll get it, but, oh, we're going to get it. Okay, let me pause it as soon as it starts so we can just drag it right to the point. Which, what was it? It was 18 something. Okay. It's buffering. My golly, it's buffering. Come on now. Come on. Come along. God, I want to play it so bad so you can see the red. I'm going to get 2 computers. Hell, I could maybe show it on my phone. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're right at it. Okay, come on. We're going to wait it out a minute. Okay, it unpaused itself, so give it a minute. Patience is a virtue, lovelies. If we want to see if it's a red vehicle or not, we're going to have to... Okay. Where are we here? 7. Right in there. Okay.
Time gets away from you when you're trying to enjoy yourself.
She still got her arm up?
All right, let's pause it. I'm going to go back a little bit. Very hard to see. Okay, so that's the very start of it.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch.
I might be
Still got her
seeing
arm
something
up?
different in that rearview mirror. I might be it might not be a red truck. I may have misspoke. Hold on. We're going to watch again. You guys
She
watch.
still got her arm up?
No.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
we
what I
gotta
was
go
trying to
back.
catch.
I'm going to mute it
Still got her arm.
because we don't need to hear it. I've paused it for a minute to see. I swear to God, I thought that this was a red vehicle. So, I could be wrong, but I thought I watched it several times. You see that little, right there. And I don't know if it's the vehicle, but it's got something in the rear view mirror. It's like that. What is that? Did you see it? I went too far. 14. There we go. See if I can pause it. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I thought it was red and I thought it was part of the car. So I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Ooh, chat's flying, so I'm just kind of watching. Yeah, I haven't heard that any of the cadaver dogs went near the vehicles. Chris Roberts says, I wonder if someone cut her hair to make her more like a boy, like versus women, like discourage buyers. They go on to say satanic abuse with blonde and blue eyes, nothing new either. That's true. Ty says, it's just another play on words to pass a lie detector in their warped minds. It's probably been her red truck the whole time. I don't know if she has a red truck. I just, for some reason, I thought it was a red vehicle they were in. And then I thought it was a truck, Grandma's truck, I thought. So if they're driving Grandma's truck and then Dawn has the red car, where is Dawn's work truck? I agree, Granny Goose. You can tell the inside is beige, brown, and gray. Exterior is impossible to tell. Yeah, I am going to check it more because somewhere in my head, I thought that was a red vehicle, and I probably just crossed wires. I'm probably very wrong on that. I'll check into it. There's so many different stories about things with this haircut. One story, like Becca says, is they're saying that there's allegations that the children had lice and had to have their hair cut. There's also a story from Candace that she cut her hair like the boys, and then Summer wanted her hair like Mom and the boys. Then there's a whole nother story about how Don, when he went to Utah, cheated on Candace, and Candace got pissed and cut her hair and Summer's so that it would remind Don of what he did. And there's just too much. Missy B says Grandma's truck is a silver Silverado. Well, now I'm going to look up a silver Silverado tonight after I get off this chat. I'm going to look at the interior of it, and then I'm going to go back and compare to make sure that that's where they are. Chris Roberts, I agree with you. Lice seems like a pretty good reason to cut hair. Hell, I've had people call everything a Jeep in the Avery case. People think anything that's short and 4 doors and boxy is a Jeep, and they'll call it a Jeep, you know. Oh, there was another story too. So this was the 4th story. Summer decided she wanted to cut her own hair and shaved half her head, and they had to do it to match because it was all goofy looking. Candace has the red car. Maybe that's what I did. Maybe I crossed that. Yeah, they contradict the story. You're right, PhD. So during the interview, they kind of contradict it all. That's why I said, when you start getting multiple timelines for the same time, we all know that can't have happened. One story's false, one story's real. Unfortunately, we have the mother saying the boys are home alone. Given a whole scenario of how, well, they're not really sleeping. They're kind of sleeping off and on and playing Minecraft, all this. But then when Chris McDonough's at the house with her, she says, no one's home. And then when she goes into the house with Chris McDonough, she says, nobody gets in, nobody gets out. 777 playbacks right at that second. Memory is flexible, fair witness. You're true. You're right. Apparently it's not, though, when it comes to the day, that moment, because it's like there's no flexibility. Grandma gave Summer a piece of candy. Candace walked her over 20 feet into the house, told the boys to watch Summer because she wanted to play with them. She went back over 2 minutes, fixed Grandma's knee brace that was twisted. I'll tell you, there's a lot of shit twisted in this case, from Twisted Tea to Twisted Stories. And then she returned to the house. She asked the brothers where Summer went. They said she wanted to go in the basement, play with her toys. She called several times down there, and we've heard the story over and over and over and over and over. And it doesn't change unless you talk to someone like Grandma has stated that in a text that Candace came up from the basement frantic. Yes, Summer would have been down in the basement for 2 minutes, and she wasn't there. At that point, if you've only had 2 minutes, I mean, honestly, the child could have went outside to play. You haven't even come out and looked for her in the yard. You don't even know if she ran into Grandma's, went out the back door, maybe ran into Grandma's trailer. But you're frantic? Zerzekamain says, I think H is a little whack job and took her. He knew the property, the schedules, the dogs, and Summer trusted him. He's weird. He lied. He has hero syndrome. And I truly believe he did this. Chris Roberts says, I mean, I had head lice. I didn't cut my hair, but I don't know. I was a kid as well. Undercover 47 says, why did Candace need to walk Summer 20 feet? Yeah. Why'd she walk her over to the boys? Keep an eye on Summer. If you're going to be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, why would she walk her that close? That's why I said things are very twisted in this case. PhD says they make the simplest matter so complex, it's all deflection. Good point, Aluminum. Yeah, no one knew why her hair was cut. It should be such a simple question. And I agree, it should be a simple answer. Jennifer Pendergrass says, the only thing I know for sure is nothing is what it seems. I think we're all in for a shock when the actual facts come out. Turquoise says, if lice, all kids be shaved and bedding bagged and washed, you would think. Yeah, you'd never get rid of it if you didn't wash your bedding. I promise. I don't think she ever made it back home either, PhD. I just don't. I think that's why the dogs don't pick up on it. I could see them shaving it too, Missy B. Just because it's an easy way out, you know. Yeah, Fair Witness says, well, it's not like those two are geniuses. No, but think about this. We have CPS involved in the case, right? Because there was this huge fight where Don comes racing back from wherever he was, Utah or whatever, because there was some jealousy bullshit going on. Candace goes down and reports to the police, makes a police report, and alleges that she is fearful for herself, her kids, and her mother because Don is out of control or whatever she says, right? So CPS is in and out of that home. Well, guess what? Rose Marie Bly had called CPS and then went missing. That is Summer's aunt that goes missing in 2009. So CPS is involved when Rose Marie goes missing in 2009. And we have CPS obviously in the home telling Candace if they don't get that house cleaned up that they're going to take the kids away. And then Summer goes missing. Jennifer Pendergrass says, I believe there was a handoff at some point before she got home that day. Enter Dawn. Aluminum Brain says, not true, Tumblr. They did have a bathroom, but no bathtub. Right. They were bathing out of the sink. That's so awkward sounding. And until CPS came, all the kids were sleeping downstairs. And CPS had the boys, told them to move the boys upstairs. You know, with the history of SAID going throughout these families, it's very concerning that they're not concerned about the brother who's 11 or 12 and Summer is, 5, and they're sharing rooms. I really honestly believe 1515 watch time. Yeah, I honestly do believe, you guys, that is severe bruising on her neck. I'll let you guys draw your conclusions. As always, I am not here to convince you of anything. All I'm here is to bring attention to Summer and to talk about things. And I allow you guys to really work through this. I know. It's an oh my God moment. Yes, as in missing sister called CPS. God. PhD said, did they also tell Don to stop sleeping with his daughter? I don't know. I can't judge. My kids were scared. They were boys. I had 3 boys and I have a beautiful daughter. When they were little, if they had a bad dream, they would come always into my bed. Of course, my husband would go sleep on the couch because he did not want to be kicked. And our kids always kicked when they slept. But if they had a bad dream, they would slip into bed. Chris Roberts points out a very good point. Big people could be involved here. Think about that neighborhood. Yes, PhD, Rose, Candace's sister, called CPS on them, and then she disappeared. Those big lumps on her neck have me disturbed. Me too. Zerzekmain says, I think if the parents were responsible, they would have gotten busted by now. I think it's someone they aren't suspecting. PH says they would have had only one child when Rose was still alive. Yeah, they would, but the CPS, I think, was called on the 2 older kids of Summer's half-siblings. And Candace had those children taken away. The boy was beaten severely, allegedly, with a baseball bat, and has adult issues where he needs specialized care. I guess the life was unbelievably rough back then. But yeah, I just feel this entire case, I really do. I feel like there was a fall. Either it's a fall or Summer dove into the water and broke her neck. That it so much resembles a broken neck. The hands going up. Remember, you guys, let's go back over. I want to just, before I go for the night, let me switch back over to display capture. Okay, we're still on it. Let's just look at this. We're going to go over. Why do people raise their arms? Now remember, that's what Candace was doing the milk photo for. To try to catch Summer's arm when she had it up. Like trying to prove an alibi that this child was still moving while she was in the car. Okay? Here we go. We're going to abc.net. Health, what to expect. The dying process. People have been declared brain dead and have had their arms raised, right? So give it a minute. This is on the news. It is the dying process. What to expect when someone is close to death. That's why I said I felt like it could have been minutes. Within minutes of that video that she had passed. This is why I got this. And it says the expected. Now, my dad actually was in the Navy, and he flew back. He flew back the soldiers or the people. He flew them back after they had passed away, back to the United States and to their home. And so he said one night he was flying and he was over water, and he said that one of the passed away victim that had been dead for, I don't know, he said hours and hours and hours and hours, sat straight up and the arms came out too. And he said he almost like freaked out because he was alone. Now, the death rattle is something I had heard about before, and I've heard it as well. It's a death breath that can happen, and it's disturbing when you hear it, but it's a buildup of the saliva and secretions in the back of the throat, it says. Well, let's see, that's breathing rhythms. Now, here you go. This could also be why she got put in that little jacket. As people near death, their limbs, hands, and feet may get cold, and the color of their skin may change from a healthy pink to a sallow gray or mauve tinge. Sometimes their skin can be clammy and their hair plastered down with sweat. While the dying person may be unresponsive, there is growing evidence that even in the unconscious state, people are aware of what is going on around them, and they can hear conversation and words spoken to them, although it may feel to them like they are in a dream state. This is also evident that people in this state are hypersensitive to touch, so soft, gentle physical touch contrast is best. The unexpected. Sometimes death can deliver one less gift to loved ones who had been long denied meaningful interaction because of the disease, such as Alzheimer's, dementia, brain tumors, da-da-da-da-da. And it goes on to say, that they can maybe recognize someone at the last minute. I'm trying to see if there's any, okay, here it goes. Death can be shocking enough, but imagine if you had said your final goodbye, the last breath comes and go, or the last breath has come and gone, then the person who you thought was dead suddenly draws a gasp or twitches. Agonal breathing or agonal gasp are the last reflexes of the dying brain. They are generally viewed as a sign of death and can happen after the heart has stopped beating. Another strange and disturbing reflex that has been observed after death is called the Lazarus reflex. People who have been declared brain dead and have had artificial ventilation turned off have been seen to raise their arms and lower them slowly, sometimes across their chest, sometimes by their side. Brain death may also be accompanied by other reflexes that are no more of a sign of life than the jerk of a knee when it's tapped with a hammer. These include repetitive facial twitches, slow toe twitches, and even leg twitching. $807. That's got to be a record for our little channel. Sheila Smokey says that big tree stump in the water could have bumped head with the limb sticking out. I feel physically ill too. That's why I said when I got on this chat, it broke my heart. And I love you guys, but I'm going to get off here. We're at 12:03. I am going to edit the video on the bottom where the description is, and I'm going to put Brandon Maddox, his video, a link to his video, but I think it's kind of fitting now that we go through this. I love you guys. I pray to God that the universe has summer in a safe place.
You can tell yourself and all our friends I was wrong and you were right, but your sins that happened in the dark will come out in the light. I'm not gonna waste my breath, I won't put up a fight, 'cause the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna
Thank you all so much. Fine summer.
Time will tell. Time will tell on you.
Sorry, guys.